Good morning, folks. Welcome back to the vlog. It's been a minute, been busy. All the last stuff I was putting up on this channel was right before the Hunt Expo, but luckily that's over. We got that taken care of. It's time to move on, it's time to move forward, and now I can start putting videos back up on this channel. I did want to say, just directly on this channel, from me to you guys, those of you who came to the Hunt Expo, thank you very much. Anybody who bought Hush gear, Firebowl gear, thank you. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who helped us donate and raise money for the Primary Children's Hospital during our movie night. So I'm at the gym. I'm just gonna hang out here for a minute. Of course, take my pre-workout, get things ready to go. I guess I'll just catch you guys up on what's new. Yesterday, I just got back from a weekend shed hunt. It's kind of funny how it all went down. My buddy Andrew Bayless, he came to the Hunt Expo. Hadn't seen him in a long time. He lives in southern Utah, so I hadn't seen him in a long time. So it was good to see him at the Hunt Expo, and he told me it was his birthday in a couple weekends. And I said, let's go make a birthday shed hunt trip out of it. And somehow, some way, I think about 20 of us got away for the weekend and all went shed hunting kind of together. We all kind of camped together, but everyone kind of went their separate ways during the day to shed hunt, which made it a ton of fun because everyone comes back at night and we hang out around the campfire and you get to see what everybody else found. But there were some good sheds picked up, not counting Sunday because Wes and I drove home Sunday, but there was well over 50 or 60 sheds just found on Saturday between the group, and it seemed like everybody got to pick up you know, at least 2 or 3 sheds each person. And I found a really good brown, probably one, well, not probably, but one of the biggest deer sheds I've ever found. One of the coolest ones too. But for now, we get Yeti, take a couple minutes in here for this to kick in, and then we'll go warm up and have a back day. There's the stack from the weekend, hard white. These two are set, but I broke the main beam off while I threw it on the ground. But that's the collection. I found this glass bottle, decided to save that. So yeah, got the big brown inside though, so let's go check that out real quick. It's a snowy mess here. Here we are. I just tried to lock my front door with my truck keys. Alright, check it out. There it is in all its glory, the brown from the weekend. Really cool shed. Not all the bucks had shed, but the majority of the bucks I had seen were shed. But yeah, check that out. Cool inline, couple cheaters, sweet shed. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is nearly 6 a.m., which for me, that's early. But I went to bed early last night so I can get an early start on the day and just kill it today. I'm super excited. I don't know why, I'm just motivated. Last night I was super bored, and being so cold outside, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to bed, and that way I can wake up early and get a fresh start and get a lot done today. So starting the day out with the gym, of course. I actually want to come back and video some of my favorite mule deer sheds for you guys and show you not only the shed I just found, but some of the others I found over the years, and kind of do like a, you know, like a little bit of story time with maybe some of these sheds right here. Some of my favorite mule deer sheds. What is the temperature, you ask? Ice. The temperature is ice. Oh man, guys, our winter showed up late. It's not unusual to get cold weather in the end of February, but what I'm saying is we had such a light winter until now. And right when you think you're on the home stretch to warm weather, this happens. Happens all the time though. So I was totally 100% expecting this to happen. Dang, this place is packed at 6 a.m. I'm impressed. There's a lot of people here getting after it early in the morning. I prefer to, you know, train in the evening after I get a couple meals in me and all that. Good on these people for getting up, getting their day started early and making sure they get their workouts in before their busy day gets started. While we're on the topic of the gym, let me tell you guys real quick that last week I shot a bunch of video with the guys at Mountain Ops. I'm not hosting it, but I have like a workout plan, and I have like a fitness program which will be included in the next Mountain Ops 90 Days Challenge, which starts April 1st, my birthday. Guys, I don't know how many years in a row this is, but I have started a lot of diets or either been on a really clean eating kick over my birthday, and I've not had cookies, cakes, brownies, or anything. No birthday cakes for me. That's the way it's gonna be this year. I'm starting April 1st to do a 90-day challenge, and I want you guys, if interested, to join me. If anybody's interested in just living a healthier lifestyle, if anybody wants to lose some weights or even get prepared for next hunting season, get ready mentally. April 1st. Think about it. April 1st. We gotta get ready up here before we can get ready to diet and exercise right. I know already that I'm gonna blow these 90 days out of the water. I hope you guys will too. Okay guys, I'm back from the gym, and like promised, we're gonna do a little story time. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull off some of these sheds and give you guys a little bit of a story. Just real quick, wanna show you guys this. I'm sure because people will ask most likely how I have these set up. I just bought a bunch of these little hooks that screw in. I screwed them up into those, and then I used some of this rope just to tie a big sliding knot so I can actually get all the antlers out, because everyone who collects these things knows it's always nice to get them off and hold them. All right, getting this thing set up. I don't have a tripod. I'm gonna be sitting in this cool little chair I got as a gift. We'll go through these. I got a little stack of them right here. I'll just do a quick story time of each one. So this one, man, that was a long time ago. Southern Utah. I was with a buddy of mine. Decided to hike across this big giant wash, kind of scale up some cliffs, and we got into the sheds. This was a long time ago, like probably 10 years ago or more. I think we found 50 sheds in a day, and this was by far the biggest shed. Nice 4-point frame buck with that cool hook cheater. Unfortunately, had some friends come over. One of them dropped it and cracked that cheater, and it busted. So I had to glue that back on right there. But yeah, that's a stud buck. Never could find the other side. I did find 2 years off him, both right sides. The other year was probably 2 years before this, and it was in pretty bad shape. For most of my good antlers, I know there's a lot of little ones, but most of the good ones, I could take you back to the exact spot where this was laying. Still remember it. Just one of my favorite deer sheds I've ever found. Always will be, and it will always, always, always be in the keeper pile. What's next? This little guy right here. Pretty cool story to this brown. I was up in Wyoming checking out deer on the winter range. Had a Jeep Cherokee back then. I used to always drive up there by myself and sleep in the back of the Cherokee in the freezing cold. And one evening I found a bunch of bucks, and this was one of them. Found a spot to sleep. Again, I was just in the Jeep, and when I woke up, I relocated them, and this deer had shed this side. So I was like, all right, well, I know pretty close to where that was. So I started watching them, and a truck started coming up the road. So they weren't scared by my Jeep. Like, I was there, everything was calm, nothing was going on. But when the truck came up, it spooked the deer, and these deer started running. And this being the other side, the match to this one, this deer started running, and sure enough, I mean, I watched this fall off his head. He was running, tilting his head, and then finally it just fell off into the snow. The guy was closer to me than the deer. That's why he scared him. So I was like, oh man, this guy's gonna walk out there and pick it up. He just kept driving. Surprised me. So to my surprise, he just kept going, and when the deer were up and over the hill and a safe distance away, I just walked out there and picked it up right on the side of his tracks in the snow. And again, one of my favorite sets, even though he's broke over here, but one of my favorite sets, another one that will forever be in the keeper pile. All right, this guy, big old heavy chocolate brown. Never did find the match to this. I was out in Wyoming again with a buddy, and we were just cruising around and saw that big white burr sticking out of the snow. Most of it was covered from about here down, and that was sticking out of the snow, so right away I knew it was going to be a decent buck with that big of a burr. But just a solid 4-point that I found. Another one that I'll never let go. It's not like it's huge, but it means a lot to me, so that one is in the keeper pile. All right, this one's got a pretty cool story. Wait a second. Oh, let me grab this. This one right here. So I was out on the winter range up in Wyoming. I got a lot of video of this buck, still photos, and I watched him for quite a while. Didn't think much of it. Went back in there after they had shed, and I found this side brown, not far off the road. I was really surprised how close it was to a road. Giant fronts on this thing, decent back end, just short on the G2, but another buck that meant a lot to me, mostly because I did get some video of him on the winter range, and I thought that was pretty cool. And again, this is 10 years ago or so. So back then, to get a picture or video of a buck and then find a shed meant a lot to me. So that's a keeper forever. It was 2 years after this, I took a buddy in there that wanted to get, he was just starting getting into shed hunting. Took him in there, and lo and behold, he scooped this antler, and right away, I knew it was the match, clearly, because I had seen him and they're obviously identical. So he found this 2 years later, not far at all from where I found this. It's almost pathetic that I didn't find it. I think the reason why it stayed out there so long is because it was right next to the freaking road, tucked up in some sagebrush, so nobody saw it. But that's a cool buck, a really big front fork buck. Probably score high 70s, maybe 180 with those big fronts, but just a stud and another buck I'll never let go, just because I got video of him and everything. And appreciate that my friend Corby, who found this side, gave me the match. So yeah, that one's pretty cool. This one, I remember this. It was years ago as well, down in central Utah. Found this giant 3, and at the time it was easily one of my biggest true 3-point frame bucks, with no cheaters or anything, but just a giant front end, big G2. Thought that was pretty cool, and it's always fun to find them brown, so always kept that one, and another one that I'll never let go. All right, this guy. This one was pretty cool. I found it a couple years ago down in southern Utah. I was hiking around with a couple buddies while we were out shed hunting for deer, and I just stumbled upon this guy. And it's hard to tell, but he's got some good mass there where my hand is. A split eye guard, or not a split eye guard, but double eye guard. Probably a 1 or 2 year old antler. It's hard to say when they're out in the wide open and out in the desert. They get cracked pretty quick. But the backside is a good solid hard white. But another one of my favorite sheds. And then, where's the one? Ah, the one from the other day. Just barely picked this up. This is my first brown for the 2018 season, and honestly, one of my best deer sheds when it comes to score, with the inline and the couple cheaters add up pretty good. But he is broke on the main beam. I was out seeing a lot of deer sign, and I kind of was getting out of the deer sign thinking maybe I should turn around, and boom, that's when I found this sucker laying just like in some shell rock, a really steep side hill that was melted off. But that is a cool buck. I would love to find the match. Took a buddy, Ben and Wes from Shed Crazy, Ben and Wes from Rise and Shed, his YouTube channel and Instagram. We went out and looked for the match and unfortunately could not turn it up. This was only a couple days ago, so who knows, with some luck might go back out there and find the match. But for now it's just going to be a big old brown single, and this one for sure will always be in the keeper pile. And if you want to see me picking it up, go to the Hushin YouTube channel, and you'll see the shed hunt where I find this, where I pick it up. You'll see how excited I was, and I'll leave a link in the description box below for that. But that one is pretty cool. Those corkscrew cheater is kind of cool, and that inline is sweet. But yeah, those are some of my favorite deer sheds, guys. There's a lot more. So that's just a few of my favorites. There's an entire pile of shed antlers in there, deer, elk, and moose. I hope you guys enjoyed the shed stories. If you did, please let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more stories about the rest, let me know. There's obviously a lot of stories that go with these guys, so we can do those too. If you just have any ideas for videos you'd like to see on this channel, put them in the comments below. For now, it's mostly just going to be this kind of stuff and daily vlogs. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, go check out the Hushin channel. If for some reason you've landed on this channel and haven't seen that, there's a link in the description box below for Hushin always. I'm going to get back to work and go ship orders for Hush, like this, new apparel that's available on our website. And just enjoy the rest of the week. So I hope you guys are having a good week. Check back for a new video soon. Alright, see ya.